until I hit my last breath. Music's everlasting even if past death. Not overacting, music's never past tense. Colliding with the greats, welcome to this crash test.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to the 20th episode of the BringTheBars podcast. I'm your host, KC, and today we got a special episode for you guys celebrating our 20th episode. It's going to be a special recap episode. All the previous guests that we have been incredible people to talk to and to listen to as they continue to make amazing and great music. I have a blast talking to every one of them, but I remember when I first aired that very first episode with JP the Pompaphilian, damn, was I ever nervous as hell. But once I got that first question out, it was smooth sailing, and we ended up having a great conversation like I did with all the guests that follow JP. When I asked JP why he chose to collab with me in our track Be You, I couldn't help but smile and be humbled by his answer. So actually, we have a track together that's going to be released in the near future called Be You. And I offered you that feature because I heard one of your tracks, Home, I believe it was, featuring Chelsea K.
Yeah,
that's
Chelsea
an
K.
Amazing song, man.
Hey, thank you. Thank you so much, man.
I'm going to make sure everybody has the links in the description. They can check it out because what a great song. So when I came up with the idea for that track and heard that song, I thought how well of a fit you were for it and sent it your way. When I gave you the track, what made you want to hop on it? Like, what struck you about the track?
Let me be honest, man. I try to stay away from the ordinary, if that makes sense, man.
Yeah.
Like, if there's 1,001 songs like this and a person brings that to me, I kind of say I'm good. Because it's like I'm trying to fit inside a bubble that is overcrowded. I don't got no space in there yet. I'm like still trying to force my way in there. That's not me. That's not my character. So when you brought this song to me and I heard the song, and I'm not gonna lie, man, at first I thought that you was bullshitting. To be honest. I did not think that you were serious about it. But when you sent it to me, I heard it and I listened to the lyrics first. Yeah. And I'm just like, I love what he's talking about, man. Like, this is my life right here. Like, because we're both fathers, we're both married, or we both have a woman, and we're both trying to hold down the house and the freaking family. And that song was all about that. And I was like, I got to get on this. So I was like, yeah, man, hell yeah, I'm doing this.
Like I said, JP always humbles me. He's always one of the first to check out my music and comment on it and let me know what he thinks. I always appreciate you, man, from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for everything. And damn, am I ever glad that you hopped on our track, Be You, because what an amazing track we put together, and I can't wait to work with you more. But for everybody here on Freedom K Radio and listening on YouTube, I'm going to run Be You featuring myself and JP the Pompaphilian.
Gotta stay true, be you, be yourself. Whether you are poor or rich or trying to gain the wealth, you gotta be yourself, don't be slipping on mental health. Cause it's never worth it, man, your soul you cannot sell. I'll never change my attitude just to fucking please you. Have the fam mad at you, cause they say you're see-through. Always same dad is true, no matter what the beat do. Always showing gratitude, the peeps that help me reach through this glass ceiling that I'm really trying to go and break. Time don't go to waste with these lines that I go and spray. Another crazy verse until these rhymes will go away, but that will be never, so forever I go and make another track till I get below from middle class. Give it all I got through all my songs and all of my raps. And even after all of that, I still got time for mom and dad, the wife and the kids. No matter where I'm at, I'm always that same old man, same old guy, same old band of hip-hop rhymes. Same old dad, same hot wife. And it never changed me no matter what is brought in life. Cause I'm the same old man, same old guy, same old band of hip-hop rhymes. I'm the same old dad with the same hot wife. And I never change me no matter what is brought in life.
You underestimating the warrior can be fatal. There's a way we live, honor this part of us ain't debatable. Gotta make a way, I learned that in first grade. Being brought up in the church, you learn early of God's grace. I had to make a change change. Begging became a strain when you stayed in conversation in secrecy, things stain. Afraid to stay awake cause I'm noticing I ain't sane, but too scared to go to sleep cause in my dreams I ain't safe. A product of a rocky relationship got me sobbing. To be honest, it ain't no honor being here, but I'm trying. Faking to stay atop ain't a trade of me, so I drop a lot of constant knock around of my spirit, events in the abyss. A smiling happy time when the silent quiet bipolar closed off. Speaking first to avoid a foe type of fella. Don't let the world tell you that being used and judicious. You got fingerprints to see the importance of your existence. I'm a stank old man with a stank old job, but I thank God I can pay the bills and provide. My stank old wife and my stank old child are the most amazing things in my life under Christ. The same old man, the same old guy, down with KC and these hip-hop rhymes. I'm the same old dad and I love my life. I'm never gonna change, I thank God I'm alive.
Gotta stay true, be you, be yourself. Gotta stay true, be you, be yourself. Gotta stay true, be you, be yourself. Cause it's never worth it, man, your soul you cannot sell. No matter what life brings, viruses and riots, be the king of the jungle, roar loud you lions. Make your voice heard, say I'm proud without violence. The open mouth is what's get fed, starving in silence. Stand up for what you believe in, always ensure your own thoughts through the provinces and all states. Sometimes we fall out of autumn, there's still fall days, but it's how you get back up and navigate the hallways. Stand up for what you believe in, always ensure your own thoughts through the provinces and all states. Sometimes we fall out of autumn, there's still fall days, but I get back up and I'm the same man always. The same old man, same old guy, same old band of hip-hop rhymes. I'm the same old dad with the same hot wife, and I never change me no matter what is brought in life.
Yeah, same old man, the same old guy, down with KC and these hip-hop rhymes. I'm the same old dad and I love my life. I'm never gonna change, I thank God I'm alive.
And that was the track off the Global Domination album, which is available at kchiphop.bandcamp.com. You know, I was lucky. That whole album featured 14 MCs, and I interviewed a lot of them. A lot of the people I interview on the show I have worked with personally, but not all of them. And one of them is Hector Biggs. But you better believe we'll be working on some music real soon, so you guys tune in for that. You know, he runs his own organization and team called Bigger Productions. It ends with the Z, not an S. And I asked him how all this Bigger Productions came to be in the creation of his organization.
So a real good friend of mine that I've known for many, many years, his name is BJ, so we call him Brian Jr. So we call him BJ. He started dabbling around with Fruity Loops years and years ago, and was always making beats and producing little beats, you know, and they started sounding like video games. From video game little songs, he started finding himself as making beats and producing them the right way. And at that time, I was getting tired of paying all these outrageous studio prices and was looking into building a studio at the place I was living with at the time. And we kind of just put ourselves together and just came out with the whole Bigger Productions, you know, like produce something bigger than what's out here right now. Like, and we're always going to keep getting bigger because we're always going to learn. We're always going to keep growing, you know? So
Yeah,
like
exactly.
It's an evolution. So we kind of started that. We started as just artists making music and beats. And then from there, we started adding the designs and like we started learning really. And once we started learning, we took what we learned and kind of started putting it into play and went out from there. We started doing events, traveled a little bit, you know, visited a couple of different cities and states and did events here and events there and met a couple big name people and like really had a great time with it. Loved it. So when we see younger artists trying to come up that we see that really have a passion for it, we try to be, you know, the mentors or the big brother to them and kind of guide them in the right way and be like, hey, this is who you want to talk to. This is how you might want to do this some way. Like I do this a little different because I already went through all that. You know what I mean? I already experienced all that. I used to pay to play. I went through that. You know, give somebody $250 and they give you in return, they give you that same amount of money in tickets. And you got to hope that you really have a support group and a fan base to sell those tickets to make your money back. Then you wind up spending half of what you made at the bar drinking and stuff anyway. So then, we learned like, you got to be a little more how to learn the business end of it. Really, man, like it's deeper than just okay, cool, this is a dope beat. I wrote this dope lyrics. I'm gonna record it and put it out there. Like it sounds easy.
Yeah.
There's a lot more to it. It's a lot more behind the scenes stuff, technical, legal, whatever, man. It's work.
Man, that's absolute facts. You know, it is a lot of work and a hell of a grind. I can really attest to that. But you never work a day in your life when you enjoy what you're doing. So that's the way I always look at it. And Hector puts a lot of work in. He puts in a lot of work with his other artists. And he really good at networking. He also does cover arts and a bunch of stuff. You got to hit him up. He has a website too, www.biggerproductions.com. And one guy he has worked with who also had the honor of interviewing was Mally Music. Also, I had the honor of working with them on a track we did for Global Domination called Destined for Greatness. Once again, kchiphop.bandcamp.com. Damn right, I'll plug it again. Mally, I talk to on a regular basis about music and life, and I'm glad to have his friendship. He's definitely one of the BTB OGs. We talked about our recording process and how it goes about. And Mally talks about how he likes to do all his recordings in one take to bring you on the ride with him instead of punching in. But I'll let him talk about it for you guys.
I don't like to punch in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I want to spit my whole 16 through. I don't want no stopping, having to punch. I want my main vocal all the way. I want you to feel me as I'm going through it.
Yeah, exactly. Because I know like a lot of people do punch in. I've done it myself too. Did you have to practice on where you took your breaths and your whole breathing aspect of it?
Yes. Yep. So check this out. So it took, after I wrote the verse and felt comfortable, I thought I was going to go ahead and jump in there and be destined for greatness. And it didn't do nothing but make me upset because I didn't have it. So I had to practice for 3 days, and also my breathing practice comes from I get up in the morning, drink my coffee, spit it. After 3 days of spitting it, get in the shower, take them big deep breaths, and by then I done read it so many thousand times. I'm spitting it in the shower. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting that breathing, get out, be all fresh, and then get right in my closet boot, man, and spit it. Came out butter.
Yeah, it never comes out the way you want it the first time you spit it out loud. Because like you said, you got to practice on it. Like you start to know where to take your breaths and how to fit it in. So it's definitely a process for a lot of people who do punch in. And I can't say much about it because I've done it many times, especially with my faster flows. Mally's one of the chillest guys to talk to and a wealth of experience in this game and is still making fire tracks to this day, like his latest collaboration EP with Jumpin' Joe the rapper, Mano y Mano. Jumpin' Joe was another guy who was on this show. But yeah, that whole EP is fire. You can find it on Spotify. That's where I listen to it. I'm sure it's on all major platforms. But for you guys here on Freedom K Radio, I'm going to run a track from the EP for you guys. This is Mally Music and Jumpin' Joe, What Goes Down.
I woke up early this morning, rolled up blood up out of my sack. Got the smoking, hit up Genesis and copped a couple of slaps. Manuscript and pimping out the motherfucking Mac. Gotta hurry up and rush, jumping Jodas, bumping track. Y'all ain't ready for this heated speeches, leave a nigga speechless. He keep on fucking around, I'm a John where his teeth lifts. These bitches don't wanna see this, jocking for the penis. Whenever I step up in the spot, I'm the motherfucking cleanest. And they see it. Bitch, I'm a Facebook rap star. Shout out to King Canada, I always bring the bars. Hash of my cigar, laced over 6 strings, a lot of wax, let's blaze, fire up, take a taste. I'm to the face, all official, coming a nigga mental. Got no time for the bullshit, it's never been official. Nigga been a Mac, got isms from the temple, popping bitches like pimples. Check a nigga play credentials. Chillin', never slipping, manuscript in these here raps. Jumpin' Joe, that nigga Mally, always lacing up these slaps. They be always coming sick with it and never ever whack. Man, straight facts, yeah, like that. We going up, but we 10 toes down like 4 flats to the ground. I strike out picture on the mound. We going up, but we 10 toes down like 4 flats to the ground. I strike out picture on the mound. Going up
like I ain't never coming niggas get down. Hopped on the flight without a sound. I'm a noun. Niggas better put the before jumping. Augmented reality change, and that's just my mind is stunned. Yeah, hella fish up in the sea that done ran across me. Hella niggas 6 feet deep that try cross me. Yeah, in this watch around my wrist, some might say costly. Cut off a hater from the head, and I ain't lost no sleep. And when I step up in the club, they say that I'm awfully on another level, killing them all softly. I'm the epitome of what many say a boss be. Living on the principalities OGs taught me. Slit a Q-tip so she can soak up mouthpiece. I'm a dog, but my name ain't never been Maltese. On the track with Mally music sounding so saucy. Yeah, poster never pose and shake the flakes off me. Loud.
Chillin', never slippin', manuscripting these here raps. Jumpin' Joe, that nigga Mally, always lacing up these slaps. They be always coming sick with it and never ever whack. Man, straight facts, yeah, like that. We going up, but we 10 toes down like 4 flats to the ground. I strike out picture on the mound. We going up, but we 10 toes down like 4 flats to the ground. I strike out picture on the mound. Going up.
We were talking about Jumpin' Joe. I said he was on the show before, and yes, he was. I also had the honor of working with him on Global Domination on a track we did called Number One, and they will be, both Jumpin' Joe and Mally Music will be on Global Domination too. The thing is, when Jumpin' Joe was on the show, it was a very special episode because it was the only episode where myself, Casey, your host, couldn't do the duties of being a host. A lot going on in life, and one man who I owe a great gratitude to that stepped up was Otis Isaacs. Thank you so much for doing it. You killed it. You did a great job on the interview. Absolutely 100%. But in the long run, I got to talk a little bit with Jumpin' Joe on a Christmas special. So it kind of all worked out. I was a little upset because I love Jumpin' Joe and his personality. I was kind of upset I didn't get to interview him. But like I said, Otis did a great job, so I can't complain too much. But we'll go into the Otis interview with Jumpin' Joe. You know, Joe does it all independent and all alone. And let's hear when Otis asked him the scariest part of doing this all on your own.
What would you say, what would be the scariest thing about starting this on your own and like looking into mentors yourself and just starting it on your own? What would be the scariest thing you think?
I would say the scariest thing is not knowing how you feel about a certain situation, because, you know, a lot of people shortchange themselves, man. We have about 6 or 7 emotions that we all know about, you know, happiness, sadness, anger, surprise, and fear, and all of that, disgust or whatever, you know. But man, they got so many more emotions that are out there, you know, aesthetic happiness, admiration, you know, there's a fine line between admiration and envy, or, you know, it just took a lot of reading on my behalf to actually develop the self-awareness that I have now, so that I ain't got no more fear. That's why, you know, in a lot of my raps, I'm talking about walking bold with my chest out in the Lord's name, you know, because once I declare, you know, I'm a man of faith, you know, once I declare something in Jesus' name, then it's just a matter of time before it comes into fruition. So my advice would be, you know, overcoming fear. You got to make something out of nothing, man. You got to move. You can kick back and be scared, or you can operate in self-doubt, or you can just go full speed ahead, man. All gas, no brakes. That's just really what I do, man.
Like I said, that was a special episode. It was the only episode actually where I didn't host, and it was Otis Isaacs. We do talk, and he probably will host one again. We just got to get some dates and everything organized. He does a great job with it. But also, Otis Isaacs was also a guest himself. He wasn't just a host. He was also a guest. So I'm going to run a little bit of our interview between myself and Otis Isaacs.
I'm pumped for this episode. I'm so happy to be on. This BringTheBars thing, I love it. I really do. I'm so happy to be here.
Yeah. Well, you know how this starts. You've done it before. You've asked it before. Let everybody know who you are, introduce yourself, and where people can find your music.
Yeah. All right. It's your boy Otis Isaacs. I'm the co-founder, co-owner of Faded ENT, fresh all day, everyday entertainment. Get faded. You can find my music on SoundCloud.com, YouTube.com, Spotify.com. Anywhere you need to find music, that's where you can find me. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and with Faded, I saw that a few times, especially lately. You're dropping your mixtape and everything. With Faded Entertainment, how did that come about, and who's all involved with it besides yourself?
Okay, I think it was 2009 is when I started recording music. I started recording music with my best friend, Don Harvey. That's the co-owner. He's the one who started Faded Entertainment with me. Me and him met, I think it was in 2005, 2007. But I had recorded 2 songs, I'm Crazy and Don't Make Me. The first 2 songs I ever recorded, it was in a professional studio. I had no idea what I was doing. I just let the guy tell me what to do. I brought the beats and the lyrics, and that was that. I met Don Harvey, and I was so hyped. And I'm like, hey, I'm rapping. I'm a rapper. Listen to these 2 songs. So he listened to him. He's like, dude, I love this. I've always wanted to get involved with music. And he played them in his truck. It's the first time I heard my music in a car, and I felt like it was like the radio or something. And from that point on, me and him did everything we can to make music. He ended up linking up with a local rapper, and he bought his studio equipment from him. And then we just started recording it. And it, Faded Entertainment, it wasn't always Faded Entertainment.
Yeah.
It used to be O Mafia Industry, and that's a little embarrassing, my name being Otis and O Mafia Industry. And it really, I don't know. I really have no idea where that came from or what it represented or stood for. It was just something that was in my head that came out in my music back then. So
Yeah.
Faded was the first really official thing that we've done, and we started it together. Papers for it and everything. We've had a few artists, come and go and do their thing. A lot of talent, but it's basically just been me and him from the beginning. Started in 2009, and this new project that I'm dropping. I've been in the mixtape game forever. This is the volume 10, the 10th one that I've done.
Yeah, I've done quite a few in the past myself.
I had no idea what I was doing, though. I thought somebody was going to discover me. I thought I was the best thing in the world. I thought my name was unique. My government name's Otis Isaacs. My stage name is Otis Isaacs. So I'm like, yeah, they're going to discover me. And I just kept making whole mixtapes and dropping like 12-song mixtapes, and gained a few fans, did a lot of shows in Michigan. And I don't know, didn't really know what I was doing. And then the music just kind of kept being what it was.
Yeah, the music, the writing of the music part of this whole process and the recording is the easy part. It's everything you do on the side, man. That's like a grind day in and day out just to get your name out to people.
It really is. The whole marketing aspect, that's crazy. The promoting the music, and I started watching YouTube videos, and I'm like, what are these guys doing? What are they telling us underground artists to do? I'm like, that's not how you do it. That's not what they told me in the movies. That's not what I heard in the other rap songs. Like, what?
Yeah, your mixtape's just going to drop in the right hands magically, and then boom, you're famous the next day. It doesn't work like that at all.
Right. It's like, how come I have 100 songs and I barely have any fans? What's going on? Like, you haven't even heard my music? What do you mean? Like, oh, yeah, it's so different.
It's so true how we have this dream of making just one song or one album, and then it falls in the right hands and boom, overnight you're famous. The Eminem story, the Justin Bieber story. But in reality, it's so rare when that happens, and the game's not like that at all. It's a grind day in and day out, and a lot of popular underground artists who are popular today, let's say R.A. the Rugged Man, Tech-9, Chris Webby, Mercules, Vinny Paz, so many more, built their fan base slowly, day by day, grinding day in and day out. And a lot of them still don't get the respect I believe they deserve. So that was a good conversation with Otis. And I think we all have that thought when we first release a song, which is perfect because it's going to go on to the next song I'm going to run for you guys, which is Otis's latest single called Choosing Me, available on all major platforms.
I can't pretend I got where I am without the pain and all the struggle I've been through. So shout out to back then, I ain't who I used to be. Now I stand up, everybody choosing me. I can't pretend I got where I am without the pain and all the struggle I've been through. So shout out to back then, I ain't who I used to be. Now I stand up, everybody choosing me. I got 'em buzzing, yeah, I got 'em buzzing. Everybody flying with me. A dime, a dozen, no one seen nothing. Got 'em all faded with me. But it ain't always been this way. Nothing going for me in my younger days. Yeah, it really hurt me, don't wish no one the same. I ain't close to perfect, but better nowadays. All of the old stuff taught me not to fold up. No need to hold up, it's been like so tough. Now I'm gon' smoke up, grind hard then blow up. Already told ya, owe me, I owe ya. Cause I can't pretend I got where I am without the pain and all the struggle I've been through. So shout out to back then, I ain't who I used to be. Now I stand up, everybody choosing me. I can't pretend I got where I am without the pain and all the struggle I've been through. So shout out to back then, I ain't who I used to be. Now I stand up, everybody choosing me. People love it, yeah, they all love it. Got 'em all rolling with me. One of a kind, ain't another. I'm unlike any other, and it ain't really that hard to see. But it took a lot of pain and hurt to get to where I am, to make it all work. Had a lot of bad times, thought your boy was cursed, but that was in my past life, now I'm in first. Yeah, I'm on my way to the big league now, and I'm getting paid just so I can keep it loud. Represent every day, gotta make myself proud, cause my old ways made me who I am now. I can't pretend I got where I am without the pain and all the struggle I've been through. So shout out to back then, I ain't who I used to be. Now I stand up, everybody choosing me. I can't pretend I got where I am without the pain and all the struggle I've been through. So shout out to back then, I ain't who I used to be. Now I stand up, everybody choosing me.
It's funny because we talked to a lot of the guests about the whole grind of this, the tough, long road. But it makes it so much easier if we all would just come together and truly network and support one another from either your city or just somebody you enjoy. Buy the album, stream the music. You know, even big thing to me is buying albums because a lot of albums are sold pretty cheap, especially for underground artists, what, $5 to $10 at the most. It takes them thousands of streams to even get to that number, and instead they got it in one shot from somebody who really supports them and buys the album for just $5. It's all about networking together, growing together. We can all eat. And one artist who I interviewed on this show who was all about trying to get everybody to network together for a common goal, especially where he's from, where they could all rise up and they can all eat. And that was my chat with Obi-Wan.
I would honestly, if I had enough money, I would try to push for me and my teammates to get heard. Because it's just not a one-man effort for me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I write the rhymes, but David Ford bring me the beats. I do my rapping at Angry Boy Collab. I got my features with my boys. It's not a one-man thing. It's a team thing. So if I did have enough money, I would sit my team down and we will work on marketing, you know what I'm saying, how to push our music out, get it to the right ears, make song that's radio play, do as much as we can, promote and finding the right people to promote on Instagram or Snapchat or Facebook, TikTok, however way to promote it so we could get out there and then work from there, get our base from home. And it's hard because it's like, and I haven't been living in New Hampshire long, but we have a lot of artists out here, a lot. And we're all in different types of groups and we're not like trying to pull each other up. Like that's the one thing I think that's a little messed up about the thing. Like we all nice. Like let's put us on the map. All of us. You know what I'm saying? Like New Hampshire.
Put all New Hampshire on the map.
Yeah, New Hampshire, Manchester, Hooksett, wherever. Like we have a lot of rappers, artists, singers, beat makers, like Project X. Shout out to Project X.
He's from Manchester. He got out there making high. I just want everybody to be on a platform where we can all eat. Like, New York rappers is on a platform where they all eat. Atlanta rappers is on a thing where they all eat. California rappers is on a thing where they all eat. Regardless of which gang or which group or which record label, they all eat. They can all come together, chop it up, get singles, make money together. That's what I want for New Hampshire. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to only be known for a patriot state.
Man, that's well put. Awesome thing to say, because you're absolutely right with all the other, like Atlanta, New York, everybody can eat. Like, the table's big enough where everybody can have a spot.
Facts. Right? Why not? Why not? Why can't we all work? It doesn't matter of what age, because I realize it's a lot of age difference in the raps or whatever, but we could all eat. The table is too big for us to be greedy. You know what I'm saying? Help each other promote, do what we got to do, get the music up so New Hampshire come out and sing a bang for 2021. That's all I'm about.
Yeah, you guys just drop a wicked-ass cipher, and there you go.
Ciphers, little video,
yeah,
like joint collabs, like whatever, man. Like, get the artists together, get the best from here. Let's make a New Hampshire mixtape. Like, let's show them what we got. Like,
yeah,
we
man,
over here, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. Because like you said, there's probably so much. I probably never even heard most of their names, and it'd be nice. And if they were through you, I would have heard them through you, and this is how everybody builds.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I know a lot of people, like, we got a battle rapper in New Hampshire, Danny Cruz. Shout out to Danny Cruz. He been going crazy the last 6 months. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't know about him, and he going hard. You got the RCG Mello, Humble Car. You got all these artists out here, Snowman. Everybody that's doing good, they just need the right stage so where they could make their songs come out and everybody could be heard. We got a lot of artists in New Hampshire, man. A lot, man. You know what I'm saying? Female artists, everything. We just gotta get all together and just make one big show and like boom, like, and just all eat. Because like I said, New York, Atlanta, California, New Orleans, the Bay, every place got a place where they all eat. No matter what part of the town state they from, they all eat.
Yeah. And it's all facts what Obi-Wan talked about there. All of us being a part of this Bring the Bars movement have all the same mindset of rising up together. And so far, I can say it's been incredible. Hearing stories from people a part of the group whose numbers tripled like mine has, and everybody's just growing and growing. The support you're getting back and forth is incredible. And another dope artist by the name of Bad Habit agrees in the fullest about being true to yourself and doing all this because we have a passion and love for it and one another. He's part of a whole label called Lost Boys Music, and that title explains it all because it's all about people trying to find their voice and trying to get heard. And who you surround yourself with in this business is one of the most important aspects of it all. With this whole journey of yours with releasing music, is there anything you wish you could have done differently, or a piece of advice you would give yourself maybe starting out? Because I know for myself, I probably would have told myself when this first started, is like, this is a daily grind. You're going to keep going. And the first year, you might only have 3 people that listen to you, but the next year, there'll be 10 people. And I also would have told myself to get more like exclusive beats, because at first I just leased beats all the time. So what would you want to give advice for anybody starting out in this whole journey of trying to become an independent underground artist?
For one, watch who you surround yourself with. Always try to surround yourself with like-minded people who have the same dreams and visions that you have. If you guys are trying to build something together, because you're only as strong as your weakest link.
Yeah, well put, man.
And yeah, just if somebody doesn't love it the way that you love what you're doing, they're probably not a good fit to have around you. It's all about passion, man. That's what gets things done.
Yeah, or anybody trying to overstep one another, it's camaraderie, do it together, positivity, man. I'm a big believer in positivity, and positive energy comes back to you.
Exactly. You have to surround yourself with that. And it just makes for it's the creative process is much better too when you're all vibing well and everyone's happy and enjoying each other's company. You come up with good stuff when you're vibing like that.
Yeah, exactly. And like I was mentioning even at the beginning of this interview, with this whole Bring the Bars movement, just the whole underground scene in general, you're a massive support to everybody, including myself. So I owe you so much gratitude for everything you've done to help the group, to help me. And so for that, I just want to give you a shout out and say thank you.
No, thank you, man. Thank you for like starting all this up. You know, we all have a place to go now, and because of that, I've met so many amazing people, amazing artists. Even Kofa out at Brooklyn. Yo,
yeah,
so
Kofa's amazing, man. I have a lot of love for Kofa.
Too,
I chat with him daily, man.
Kronos.
He's a fun guy. Yeah, Kronos as well. I chat with him daily. All such great guys. You can ask him for anything, any help on anything, and with a snap of a finger, they're there to help you out or to give you a collaboration or whatever. They're perfect, man. They're great people. It's so damn true about all the underground talent, man. Way too many names to mention, but one we did during that whole clip of the interview was Kronos, who I had as a guest twice on the show. Once he won the draw, and another one we did a Father Time special because of the release of his Father Time double album, Past and Present, which Kronos has officially sent free hard copies to me. I finally received them, so thank you very much. I appreciate that. Yeah, man, thank you so much. We also worked on many tracks together multiple times and many more to come. So thank you, Kronos, for all you do, for sending me those hard copies. And a little shout out to you and a return the favor is I'm going to run your track Bet on Me featuring Riddy K and Touch right here on Freedom K Radio.
Bet on me if you want to win. Double down, ace of spades, time again. Going for the gold and never hold anything less than ours is in. Pedal to the metal, dig within. Never letting off, same wide grin. Grinding, staying hard, sink or swim. Sharks rule the water, protect your fins. Monkeys, I ain't fucking with gorillas. I'm the king of the jungle, ain't nothing realer. Say it backwards 2 times on this beat. Red rum, it's time to eat. Killing brilliance, MCs go to sleep. Sounding comatose, pure defeat. Sharpen my skills, way too sweet. That fire to the flame, just bring the heat. Yeah, put me to sleep, just take a seat. Backstroke through the ocean full of sharks. Mumbling about nothing, it's not that hard. Keep talking at your ass and I'll pull your card. Throw a little substance, do your part. Achieve something bigger, no shot in the dark. Everything I start's done with a full heart. Put on for the lyricist from the start. Yeah, bet on me if you wanna win. Double down, ace of spades, time again. Going for the gold and never hold anything less than ours is in. Pedal to the metal, dig within. Never letting off, same wide grin. Grinding, staying hard, sink or swim. Sharks rule the water, protect your fins. Place your bets, I'm going all in. Working to replace the debt, the money calling. Looking like the stakes is set, you can't cage the best. You wanna wager with your life, lose and pay the price. Keeping out with the sharks in the water, it's a dangerous game. Don't be the prey, you don't wanna give way to the ways that astray. We don't follow what they say, they've been following the way by the blow. Go and fall on a grenade in a hole. If you oppose, bitch, bury yourself. Quit comparing the wealth, cause in the end it depends how you carry yourself. When you look into the mirror, can you stare at yourself? I'm here to win. Listen to the flow if you really wanna know how the fuck I've been. Long dark road, but I keep my grin. I'm ready when you're ready, let the games begin. I'm telling everybody, bet on me if you wanna win. Double down, ace of spades, time again. Going for the gold and never hold anything less than ours is in. Pedal to the metal, dig within. Never letting off, same wide grin. Grinding, staying hard, sink or swim. Sharks rule the water, protect your fins.
Take me to the water where the sharks at. Watch me pave a lane just like a tarmac. Come on, you should bet on me, you put your cards back. Cause I'm stepping on the game just like a car mat. You can see that I'm working, so where's your hard hat? I put in extra miles, show me your Carfax. I ain't running from shit, I'm bringing balls back. So if you're looking for me, then check your star map. I see the fins in the wind, I'm not afraid to swim. You got a life vest on, so you won't get in. You need a diaper change, I got some Desitin. I recommend you call your messy friends. Cause I can get lazy, they never see my specimen. I keep a pine box close that I rest them in. They hear my name and they're getting all depressed again. Cause I was sent to save the game like an EpiPen.
Bet on me if you wanna win. Double down, ace of spades, time again. Going for the gold and never hold anything less than ours is in. Pedal to the metal, dig within. Never letting off, same wide grin. Grinding, staying hard, sink or swim. Sharks rule the water, protect your fins.
Love the projects he puts together, man. And he has an incredible EP coming soon, as well as his anniversary album, which maybe your host might be featured on a track. I don't know. Well, stay tuned. But check out Kronos on all streaming platforms, KRONOZ. You can find him on Spotify under that name. If you go on YouTube, it's the same thing, Kronos, but put 19 at the end of it, and you'll find his channel there. A lot of great music videos as well. Great artist, great guy. Thank you very much. And one thing I always love asking the guest is how they started and what made them want to venture into hip hop and put their voices on record. One guy I asked and that I would categorize as a good friend today is Kofa 811. So let's hear how Kofa 811 became who he is today with his music.
How did Kofa start about? Like, what made you want to write and record your first song? What gave you that influence to, I'm writing something down and I'm going to the booth or I'm recording over a microphone?
It's like just growing up, like, all right, Bow Wow was a kid. I was a kid at the time. I see Bow Wow writing music and he's really blowing up off of it. I'm like, I could do that. Like, I really could do that. So I started doing it. But after 50 Cent came out with the Get Rich or Die Trying, I had to start recording.
Yeah, when 50 Cent Get Rich or Die Trying came out, I think everybody who wanted to rap or was rapping at the time really took notice of that album because, damn, that album from start to finish was insane.
Yes. There's nothing you need to skip past.
No, not at all. And I find lately I'm not a huge fan of what 50 Cent's been doing recently. But those first 2-3 albums he dropped, did he ever change the game, man? I got like mad props to him. Get Rich or Die Trying is definitely probably in my top 5 of favorite albums.
Mine's too. I agree.
Who were all your like major influences? Like, you know, when you're writing your music, you talked about Jay-Z, yeah?
Yes, Meek Mill. Another one of my favorites, Kanye West. Like, he's really one of my favorites. Like at the moment, I do a lot of hardcore rap, and like I need everyone's attention before I go the route I really want to go. Man, Kanye's one of my favorite artists. DMX.
Yeah, DMX would be up there for sure on my behalf as well. And you were saying like you're bringing the really hard bars now, kind of more vulgar bars, hard bars. You say you want to switch it up. What kind of like style are you thinking of taking it into after, you know, your name gets out there a little more?
Like I'm not gonna say like pop, but I like to have fun. So I want to give the energy that I give right for people that like to have fun. I want to really be in the clubs. I want to talk relationships, you know, things like that.
So we had quite a few guests on this show already. We had, I believe, 18 out of 20 episodes. And I like to throw a couple popular segments in there. One is the Name Your Bar segment, one of the most popular ones done at the end of every episode. I already did a whole video of this on YouTube about the Name Your Bar segment, so you guys can check that out on the Bring the Bars podcast channel. Just type Bring the Bars on YouTube. You'll find all older episodes posted on there, plus a new show called The Update, whole bunch more, plus the Name Your Bars compilation that you can find on there. But I like to throw a couple fun segments into every interview. Like one I do is Pick the Bars, where I give the guest a choice between two artists and he has to pick one, or Rate the Bars, where I give the guest the name of an artist and they have to rate the artist catalog out of 10. The very first guest to participate in the Pick the Bars segment was actually on episode 2 with Siren Cyrezi. So let's see who he picked in the first ever Pick the Bars segment. So the most obvious one to start off, I'm going to have to say Tupac or Biggie.
Tupac. I like the stories, man.
All right. Jay-Z or Nas?
Nas.
Yeah, same here on that one. Kanye West or Lil Wayne?
Ooh, gosh. I'm gonna have to go with Lil Wayne. That man single-handedly saved hip-hop back in the day, bro. We were headed towards a dark path with the snaps and the clicks and the Laffy Taffies, and that man was taking every single song and just remixing it and making it better than the original version. Like 05, 06, 07 Lil Wayne was the greatest of all time, man.
Oh, he ran the game.
Jesus, yeah. I mean, that man had "I Am Music" tatted on his forehead, for crying out loud. That was a little intense.
Yeah, he was everywhere.
Yeah.
So for the next one hold on one second. Oh, Eminem or Machine Gun Kelly?
Eminem, come on now. Although I will give Machine Gun Kelly his props because the man, he picked the fight with the bully in the room. He lost, but instead of, his career got ended. No, this man got into acting. This man started, branching out towards different genres and whatnot. And that man's he got the ball rolling now for himself.
I find with him, like you talk about with Eminem and the beef that was going on, when you think of the Ja Rule beef, right? That Eminem always says he ended his career. I find the difference with Machine Gun Kelly is he already had such an established fan base.
Oh yeah.
That no matter what anybody would have released or any diss track, they're gonna stick with them. Same with Eminem. He has such a diehard fan base that
yeah,
he'll never fall off. He'll be selling records till he just decides not to do it.
Yeah, kind of goes hand in hand with, like, I don't know if you watch anime or follow manga at all, man, but there's a lot of haters out there on the whole Dragon Ball Z, the Goku. I consider like Eminem the Goku of the rap game, bro. Like there's no. That man cannot fail you in any way. I mean,
and if you piss him off, the Super Saiyan's coming.
Exactly. Yeah, man. It's nuts, man. What that man could do with words, it's crazy. I will say, if there's anybody that's close to his level, I mean, personally, my opinion, TikiMane syllabalism is out of this world, bro.
I couldn't agree more. I went and saw him live a couple years back with my girl, and we were blown away. I love TikiMane and the whole Strange Music crew, man.
Oh yeah. That roster's fire.
Every single one, man. Even the new guy they got on there. I don't know if you checked him out, Jerry Robinson, but
oh no, I haven't heard of him. I have to check that out.
Oh man, he's great. He adds a lot of melody to his tracks, and he's awesome.
Yeah.
Man.
Hell yeah.
All right, so to continue on this, actually in the producer side, Dr. Dre as a producer or Timbaland as a producer?
Oh, damn. I do like Timbaland's drums, dude. He got a lot more smooth sound. You know what, though? Dr. Dre, though, if it comes down to it, if I was going to have any producer just drop a beat for me to flow to, it'd have to be Dre. I'd trust that more than Timbaland. If I was making something for the club, it'd have to go with Timbaland.
Yeah, for that one, I wouldn't even know which one to choose, but I would have to go with Dre as well, because I find he's so diverse and he can give you whatever sound you want.
Oh yeah, it's crazy what he did for Eminem, man. That Dr. Dre single-handedly, he put together a lot of fucking dope artists that are now big heads. You know what I mean?
Fun segment to do. I do quite often. I'm bouncing back and forth between that and the Rate the Bars segment. We had Lost Voice owns Bobby Mercer and UK's G-Bones. Give us some ratings out of 10 to these artists coming up. So first one I'm actually going to go with is Jay-Z.
Jay-Z. Wow. Okay. I'm going to give him an 8. I give him an 8 because he's one of those guys that you might not quite get right away, because he hits you off with those hits, Big Pimpin', all these things. He hits you off with those hits, but then when you go back and listen to some of his things, he has something for everyone. And then the Black Album is fantastic.
Yeah, the Blueprint.
Yeah, the Blueprint. I love Blueprint 3. So in his early career, I wasn't there because I wasn't a drug dealer. I didn't understand that.
Yeah.
But then later on, he started speaking on some things where I'm like, okay, I get it. So he touches from these people to those people. And that's why I give him an 8, because he's dope like that.
Yeah, I feel the same way. It took me actually a little bit to kind of get into his music. I'd hear little bits of them, but I just never got into it, never took the time to listen. I was into my own kind of not genre music, but more underground music. So I didn't pay attention to a lot of the mainstream, but I agree 100% that he does something for everybody. And songs for me that stand out, of course, are his hits like Dirt Off Your Shoulder and
I love Run This Town with Rihanna. I love Rihanna's voice. So
Yep.
yeah, I think 8's a good one. And for another one, we're going to go a little old school here. One of the inventors of gangster rap actually is Ice-T.
Oh, man. I'm going to punch myself later after this podcast for not giving him a 10, but I'm going to give him a 9. I'm going to give him a 9, and I'm doing that because, yo, he's such a pimp. He's such a gangster, but he's so smooth with it. And he was that first guy for me that was like, I don't give a boop. Whatever you say or whatever you think of me, I'm going to go ahead and do what I got to do.
Yeah,
So
and for the time,
and
for the time he came out, he was just like he dropped bars that people never heard before in rhymes. Like he really took pride in his bars.
Absolutely. So I'm gonna make this clear. I'm not saying that he's a better rapper than Jay-Z just because that's what we talked about earlier. What I'm saying is what he talked about and how he talked about and how he went about doing it was just bananas. So I give him mad props because he's still in the game. I love Body Count. They still killing it. I mean, Ice-T is that guy. So if you and I have a conversation, you don't like Ice-T, we done talking.
Well, so I rate Biggie out of 10.
Yeah, what would you give Biggie out of 10?
I'd give Biggie an 8, mainly for nostalgia, because I know that I love Biggie's voice and Biggie's flow. That's the best thing about Biggie. If you listen to his lyrics these days are pretty simple, but that's because back then it wasn't so simple. But rap has evolved, and apart from mumble rap and all that stuff, the underground scene and the decent rap scene has evolved into more technical lyrics, like double entendres and things like that. Whereas Biggie, no disrespect to Biggie, his wordplay is pretty simple, but his flow and his voice and his music was crazy. And
especially for the time.
Yeah, especially for the time and the nostalgia of it, because I grew up listening to Biggie. I can't give him anything less than an 8, really.
I absolutely agree. And like you said, it's just you said it nailed it right on the head. The whole technical aspect of hip hop has grown tremendously since the 90s when Biggie was around. And also Biggie, sad to say, but had such a small catalog really in the long run. It's kind of hard. It'd be nice to see how he would have adapted as the years went on.
Yeah, he would have grown into an amazing artist, I'm sure.
All right, so you gave him 8 out of 10. We're going to go to King Crooked.
I'd probably give him another 8. I think he's a solid artist. He's one that has got good wordplay, good flow. I like his voice. Everything really is pretty solid with King Crooked. But I give him an 8.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And going with let's stick with the Slaughterhouse. What about Royce da 5'9"?
Oh, I'd probably prefer Royce da 5'9" over Crooked, but
I agree.
So I'd probably give him an 8.5. But he's a pretty similar rapper to be fair. He's got good wordplay, good flow, good everything. But yeah, 8.5, maybe a 9. He's a really solid rapper, especially on that EP he did with Eminem, that Bad Meets Evil.
There we have it. Another episode, Bring the Bars, episode 20, the special recap episode celebrating 20 episodes of ton of great guests and tons of great music, plus many more guests for the future and probably a few return guests. I can only edit this into an hour, so I couldn't fit everybody I interviewed onto the show to put them into clips of the show. But mad shout outs to the people I missed out: Tantrum, C-Mac, God's None, Jamel Shane. I believe that was it, actually. If I'm missing anybody, I apologize. But for missing you out on the shout-outs, Jamel Shane has a new album coming in 2021. Stay tuned for that. You can find him a lot on Bandcamp as well. Dodge Nunn has been killing it with the features, with the track with TikiMane called Stop Playing, and he's doing another one coming out in mid-February with Mick Wicked called Ride By. Tantrum you can find on Spotify with any new music. He also started an underground playlist that I'm honored to be on. And finally, C-Max providing some freestyle fire on the Update Show that airs on the Bring the Bar channel with me as your host again. It's a show broken up into fun little segments, all revolving around underground hip-hop music. It airs every Monday. So you can find us on YouTube there. But yeah, that's a shout out to everybody. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I really appreciate you guys. I was your host, KC. But before I let you go, I'm going to run a track from an artist by the name of TikiMane. He hasn't been a guest on the show. He is in the draws. He will be a guest eventually. I just know it. Everybody's going to get a turn. Everybody's going to get a shot. But he won on the Update Show. We do a little fan trivia kind of game, and he won on the fan trivia thing where he won a chance about a couple of small little prizes, and he chose to have his tracks played for you guys on Freedom K Radio. So I'm going to end this show off with the track from TikiMane, and this is Soul Vacation. Also, TikiMane is TikiMane. You can find him on Spotify. TikiMane, Soul Vacation. Have a good one, guys.
I wanna drive to the coast and I wanna get into the ocean. Get away from the bullshit. Try to live in the moment, yeah. Can we smoke when it's low tide? Feel a good vibration. Reminisce on the old times. It's a soul vacation.
I'm from Seawood Heights, grew up and used to reside. I put my soul in these rhymes, I know I'm doing it right. Will not lose sight of me pursuing the mind. All these mountains I see, I'm trying to move them with mine. Gotta stay focused, head up and open eyes. Don't make them real cause he chose to ride, Pierce been known to slide. Watch my back, use my talent, keep an open mind. If he challenge you, step up and leave him broken side. From head to toe, feeling I should let go. Cause in this lake life, people you know, rocking the boat. Utah got the greatest snow, but damn these people are cold. I give an inch, they take a foot, thinking this is how it goes. No, I miss Mo, but I know he be proud. Because my flow surely spreading by word of mouth. Step of fire, took the mic, the booth to burn it down. What's my name? TikiMane, you better learn it now.
I wanna drive to the coast and I wanna get into the ocean. Get away from the bullshit. Try to live in the moment, yeah. Can we smoke when it's low tide? Feel a good vibration. Reminisce on the old times. It's a soul vacation.
Sometimes I still feel new, though I've been here a minute. Cause I'm a kid from the Ville and I don't fuck with your gimmicks. See, I don't play no games, these pussies say they the realest. I'm trying to see you keep up with the shit you spit in your lyrics. Talk a gang and talk a drugs like you bang and carry slugs. But you ain't have had enough, I'll be the one to call you bluff. Just a small town punk with some wood and some wheels. I ain't carry no steel, just to marry the hill. I'ma go and skate the day away and smoke in the field. I was lonely as hell, but that's my life, man, for real. I had the weight of the world on my shoulders like Atlas. I was so lost in the madness, made me change all of my tactics so I could up my own status and go and build with exactness. See, I'ma paint my own picture and put it all on my canvas. I'll be rolling in money, living life so supreme. Surf and skate with a team, there ain't no killing my dream, you dig?
I wanna drive to the coast and I wanna get into the ocean. Get away from the bullshit. Try to live in the moment, yeah. Can we smoke when it's low tide? Feel a good vibration. Reminisce on the old times. It's a soul vacation.
You ain't walking, you're talking, that's why you're staying the same. You gotta change your low your ways to get on top of the game. I'm just working and resting and twisting herb with my brethren. I keep it cool, ain't no stressing, but ain't no pain, ain't no gain.
Simple and plain, do what you say and say what you mean. It ain't just hurting you, it'll take a toll on your team. Take a step back, scheme before you roll on your dreams. Be dedicated to your craft and develop your wings.
I get away, it's a blessing, relaxing, fresh in the brain. I might take a couple more shots down to maintain. Keep it collected, won't put myself in this frame. All the shit that I be building, gonna be fucking insane.
First I need a vacation, I'm kinda out of control. I should smoke, roll, toke, let my mind take a stroll. What am I doing this for? I'm lost on memory road, but I'ma let these words expose what I feel in my soul. Go.
I wanna drive to the coast and I wanna get into the ocean. Get away from the bullshit. Try to live in the moment, yeah. Can we smoke when it's low tide? Feel a good vibration. Reminisce on the old times. It's a soul vacation.